What's going on YouTube and the old school RuneScape community? It's your boy Crazy Clarky back with another video and another update. So, as you know from anyone who checked out the last video, if not, it will be linked in the top right of this screen. So, as you can tell, that recently I have been going ahead when I started this account on the 29th of January that I was going to go ahead and try and collect all the pets as an incentive because I've always had the itch to come back. So to pretty much recap from my last video, I started the account on the 29th and I put out the video last week, but overall we pretty much grinded like all the way to get to where we wanted to. I started out saying that I wanted to get all the quests done first and get all the quest points, and we at the time we had 107 quest points at the time that I made that video, and our stats were pretty low. Like, we literally had just become a member from being free to play, because in the first couple of days I managed to do every single quest in the free to play world, and then once I hit 40 attack, strength and defense, I thought, well, it's time for me to become a member, which I already did. So this is just a bit update to give you a progress, what we've been doing. So this isn't recorded on the next following Saturday. This is actually recorded on today's video, so on the 17th, for anyone that doesn't see it today. So overall, as you can see, I'll give you a quick glimpse of where we've been heading. So we now have 246 quest points, and we actually had 107 beforehand. So I've been putting in a lot of graft, like obviously into the game. And if you can see here, we don't actually have that many quests left to do. We've got a few mini quests, but I mean, they don't really do that much for you. I mean, the major arena one I definitely will do. But as you can see, some of these I haven't started yet. And the reason was because my stats are not high enough to do a lot of these other quests. Once you can do so many of these quests early game, which I suggest any new players do, because it gives you free XP and it boosts up some of your skills and your stats already for you to be able to do anything. Like, instead of getting that, it's not really a grind from getting level 1 to like 20, etc., but it just helps you get those early levels out of the way, which obviously my intention is still to complete all of these quests, and then as soon as these quests are done, we'll continue obviously getting up our stats to continue to go after the pets. But what I'll do is, like I say, some of these we need like at least 70, so I'm going to read out what you actually need, and this is from the old school RuneScape wiki. So I will also leave a link for this website in the description. If anybody doesn't use it, then you should, especially if you want to keep a track on monsters, what they're weak to, etc. Pets, you got all of it. So you need at least 11 stats over 70. So you need 70 to have the quest cape and have all the quests done. You need 50 attack and strength. You need 65 defense, 60 range, 50 prayer, 75 magic, 55 runecraft, 70 construction, 50 hit points, 70 agility, 70 herb lore, 60 thieving, 70 crafting, 60 fletching, 69 slayer, 70 hunter, 72 mining, 70 smithing, 62 fishing, 70 cooking, 66 fire making, 71 woodcutting, and 70 farming. Now, if we take a look at my stats, these are my current stats right now. As you can see, I'm currently training my range up at the Animite Crabs because we need 60 range and we are literally a few kills off getting 60. I came here last night when we was level 50 and I've just been, you know, AFK and pretty much just throwing darts, as I made 20,000 myth darts yesterday. Obviously, that's why my fletching is 66. So a lot of our stats do meet the requirements, and we could stop and do some of the quests, which I may do obviously later today. But as for now, overall, I'm just going to continue doing what I've been doing. Like, I've done as many quests as I possibly could, and there's still some that I could do, like where in the island of Korend, I could just go ahead and get some favor. For anyone who don't know, the Korend is like a free quest that you start with. You help a guy called Vios, and then when you're a member, you can go over to that world and pretty much just go ahead, do some of the quests there and gain favor, which later on, mid to late game will be very handy for you to have them, especially for certain bosses that are over there that drop the pets as well. So as you can see, these are my stats. So they're much highly improved to what they were on the last video I did. So what I would advise is to do some quest points and to also do some achievement diaries. Okay, now I know a lot of people, they want to try and get their stats up as quick as possible, but you should definitely be doing your achievement diaries in the game. So as you can see, I've been a bit lackluster, and I've done the Varric, I've done Lumbridge and Drainer, and I've done Ardy. Well, you want to try and get all these done, at least easy to medium everywhere, because they're actually lifesavers and they're so beneficial in the game. Of course, having them completed to elite would be the best thing, but the stat requirements for a lot of them, we'd have to recommend that you grind to get everything up. But that is my plan that I'm going to be trying to look to do, obviously, for next week's video. I'm hoping to have all the diaries done to at least to a medium, and I'll try and work towards the hard ones. I've also obviously want to continue doing the quests, which, as you can see, I don't actually have that many left. I don't know how many off the top of my head there actually is here, but there isn't that many. But the stats I just read out, they're the stats I predominantly obviously am working towards to get. A Night at the Theatre is a quest where I'm actually struggling to finish. So for anyone who's not done that quest, you pretty much, when you are available to do the quest, you have to do this little fighter, like a little fight arena it's called like the Blood Theatre, and you pretty much have to go in there and you can work with another 4 players, and you have to take out 5 bosses. But to complete the quest, you need to complete it and do it continuously. But these bosses are extremely high level, and they are weak to certain elements, but because my stats are extremely low like they are, I'm actually struggling to get it done. So if anybody out here, when you see this, if you need to do that quest or you're willing to help me, drop me a comment below with your RuneScape name and I'll add you, and we'll get that quest obviously done. The rest of them, like I say, I will get done in time. I thought I'll take a break from questing and I'll concentrate on getting my stats up, because like I say, I need 70 agility and it's currently 54. But what's remarkable, what I want you guys to understand, is that I have hardly trained a lot of these stats. Obviously in the last week, since I done the best quest that I could and now I had to stop, I've grafted a lot to get these stats up. Obviously I've been doing bird box runs, keeping an eye every hour. I've been doing my trees with farming, planting them, etc. All the rest of that mumbo jumbo you can do. So like I say, these are our current stats and our position that we are actually in at this moment in time while we're playing this game. So like I say, I'm currently training my range. My range will be 60. After my range, I will probably go ahead, I'll get a couple of runecrafting levels because we only need 55, and then I may try and concentrate either on my mining and smithing, or I don't know, I might do my fire making. I'll think about it at the time. But yeah guys, like I say, this is just a little bit of a progress update video to give you an update into week 2. I would say I think as it stands right now, we are currently roughly about 2.5 weeks old on this account, or just over 2.5 weeks. So as you can see, these stats are obviously quite good in that time frame. So this shows you, to anyone new that hasn't obviously played the game, or someone that wants to come back, that these stats are easily achievable to do. So I would highly recommend to anyone, just a little bit of advice, is to do the quests that give you ultimate access and that are easy to do. There are plenty of quests out here which I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know Ghost Ahoy quest is quite good to do. Once you do the Ghost Ahoy quest and you unlock the Ectofile, it's just so much easier to teleport around. Of course, make sure you do the Fairy Tale quest for the obviously Drayman staff to teleport using the fairy rings, which would be massively ideal. But other than that, definitely do the achievement diaries. If you haven't started doing them, you definitely need to, okay? Work towards doing them because they benefit you in the long run. Like I said, the quest will eventually get done, and my stats obviously are how they are. So I've currently earned 7.5 million XP within 2.5 weeks, obviously overall of all my stats. And if you think about it, 1 stat to 99, from 1 to 99 takes 13 mil XP. So overall, the account's going well. I've been grinding very, very hard off stream to get obviously a lot of this done. Obviously, I don't want to rush myself, otherwise I won't enjoy the game. And that's my main advice I'd give anyone, is that if you're returning back to RuneScape or you're a new player, these games are a bit of a grind, but don't try and rush to get your stats up, because if you try and find all these guys that are quick 1 to 99s and etc, 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 you'll end up doing all these things. A lot of these stats cost a lot of money, but you'll do them all, and then eventually, once you've killed a few bosses and done that, you probably end up getting yourself bored, because you'll run out of ideas and stuff to do. So like I said, I'd highly recommend just take your time, play the game, have fun, and yeah, like I say guys, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. If you want to keep up to date when I eventually start going pet hunting, which should be very soon, you can always like, subscribe and put the bell notification on to keep updated with this video. Guys, I also stream live over on Twitch. I stream roughly 3 to 4 days a week. This week I will be streaming today, if you see this video on the Thursday, on the 17th. If not, I will be live Thursday, Friday and Saturday this week, roughly around 7 PM GMT, my time, obviously in the UK time zone. But yeah guys, like I say, that is going to be it for this video. This is just a bit of a progress update and a little bit of tips and that I think you guys should do. I'm going to continue, obviously, continuing grafting, doing the hard grind, continuing to do what I can do best. But until then guys, until the next video, I will update you. Stay safe, look after each other, have fun grinding, and I'll see you next time, baby. Peace!